our student, to our parents, and to the stakeholder. Our focus today is how to compute grades under the dated order number 8 series of 2015. Okay? So to start with on how to compute the grades in every learning area, now I have in here an example. Okay? So my example in here is how to compute the grades in the general math. The general math is considered to be a core subject under the senior high. So that when we are going to compute the grades under the senior high, the criteria are the following: the written work, the performance task, and of course the periodical examination. So for the written work, considering our general math is core subject, written work is considered to be 25%. And at the same time, performance task is 25%. It will follow that the periodical test, quarterly test, or quarter exam is considered to be 25%. Now, how do we compute for the grade? Now, as you can see in here, to compute the written work, if the teacher gives at least 4 activity, now, shall we say written work number 1 or activity number 1, the score is 20 over 25, and the activity number 2 or written task number 2, 12 over 15, and of course the activity number 3, that is 10 over 20, and the last one is 15 over 20. A total points of 80. The highest possible score is 80 points. Now in here the actual score is 57, so that is the same as 20 plus 12, 32 plus 10, that is 42 plus 15, that is 57. So that is the same as 57 over 80. Now how are we going to compute to get the 25% of the written work? Now what we are going to do is divide this one. So that is the same as convert this actual score into 100%. So that is the same as 57 divided by 80. After that one, we convert it into percent, so times 100%. So it will give you now 71.25. Now, it says in here the weight that you're going to get from our written work is 25%. So what are you going to do? Get the 25% of 71.25. So this must be 70. So notice that when I have in here 71, my actual grade in written work is 71.25. I'm going to get 25% of this one. So that is the same as 71.25 times 25%, which is the weight of the written work. So taking it 75%, so I have in here 17.81. Okay, 17.81. That is the 25% of 71.25, and that is considered to be now the weight that is coming from a written work. Okay, so that is how to do it. Now, another one, we have another criteria for a grade, that is the performance task. Definitely, the performance task is heavier than the written work. So, same application, same style of computing the performance task, only that its weight is considered to be a 50%. Okay, so 50%. Now, how are you going to get the 50% of the activity? What are you going to do? You again add the actual score and divided by the total highest possible score, which is, if we are going to get the highest possible score, that is the same as 100. So what is the actual score? We have in here 20 plus 18, that is the same as 38, plus 20 again, that is the same as 58, and plus 5, that is the same as 63, plus 10, we have now 73. So the actually score in the performance task is 73 over 100, which is the expected possible highest score. Now, having said this one, convert this one into percent. So that is the same as dividing. So 73 divided by 100. So it will give you 0.72, the same as this one. Okay, the same as this one. Okay, multiplied by 100, multiplied by 100%. So 100% multiplied by 0.73, it will give you just the same 73. It is because we have exact denominator that is the same as 100. Having said this one, we are going to get the 50% of the performance task from this one. Okay? So meaning to say, that is the same as saying 73 times 50%. So it will give you now, that is the same as 36.50. That is the same as the weight of the performance task or the component of the grade performance task. Okay, so 50%. So that is for the written, and performance task. Okay, now the next one would be, of course, the quarterly exam. Okay, let's try to recall what we computed a while back. So our written work is 25%. That is the weight of our written work. What we computed a while back is 57 over 80. That is multiplied by 100. So it will give you 71.25. That is actually the actual grade in the written work. But we have to take the 25%. So that is multiplied by 25%. So 71.25 multiplied by 25%, it will give you 17.81. Now another one is for the performance task. That is the same as with a weight of 50%. Now how to get that one? This is the one that we computed a while back. That is the same as 73 over 100. It so happen that that is the same as 100. So it will give you now, that is the same as divide. It will give you 0.73 multiplied by 100. It will give you just the same 73. Now, in here, this is actually the actual grade in the performance task. But what are we going to do? Get its equivalent of this 50%. So, 73 multiplied by 50%, it will give you 36.50. Okay? Now, to get the periodical exam, assuming that you took a periodical exam that is the same as over 40, you got 28 over 40. Okay? So, ayan, 28 over 40 divided, so it will give you, multiplied by 100, it will give you 70. So, 28 divided by 40.0.70 multiplied by 100, it will give you 70. And so, this one is your actual grade in the periodical exam. But what are we going to do? We have to get its 25%. So that is 70 multiplied by 25%, it will give you 17.50. Yan, 17.50. Now, after having said that one, we have now here the periodical exam, performance task, that is written work. We are going to get its tentative grade. Now, what is the component of this tentative grade? Of course, the 3. So, we consider this 17.81. So, for the written task. Another one is we consider this 36.50 for the performance task. And for the periodical exam, we consider this 17.50. Now, if you total them, that is, we have in here 71.81. That is actually your tentative grade. That is not the final grade. Okay? So, our tentative grade is 71.81. Now, how are you going to get the final grade? To get the final grade, get its transmuted value. Okay? So, we have the equivalent of this one in the transmutation table. So, notice this one. In our transmutation table, I will be showing it to you. So, for our transmutation table, we have in here from 71 to 71.22, 72.79. So, meaning to say, it will fall under 71.20 to 72.75. So, the actual grade is actually 82. So, meaning, the transmitted grade of the 71.81 is actually the final grade, which is the same as 82. Okay? So, again, after summing up all this one, performance task, written work, periodical exam, we have the total, that is 71.81. That is considered to be the tentative grade of that certain quarter. Okay? So, quarterly grade, quarterly tentative grade. So, to get the grade, the final grade of that quarter, the 71.81 must be transmitted. Okay? So, the transmitted grade is considered to be 82. Okay? So, the grade is 82. And that is already our final grade for that certain quarter. Okay? So, I hope with this presentation, you understand how to compute them. Okay? The next part of this one is how to compute the average of the student in a given quarter. Okay? Thank you.